In our previous episode, we revealed the mature form of the second beast, with two horns like a lamb, but with the voice of a dragon. It's Judeo-Christian Zionism in its full power, an empire within an empire, an entity that has seized the sword for itself, exercising the raw authority of the first beast. To maintain its control, it harnesses the image of the beast, the living, breathing, constant spectacle of the media system. Yet a problem remains. You can have an army, you can have fire from heaven, you can have a propaganda machine that shapes what people believe. But it's not possible to control all the people all the time. Or is it? Welcome back to School of the Land. We now look at the beast's trump card, the final lock on the cage of civilization. Revelation 13:16-17 reveals it with stark clarity. Also, it causes all, both small and great, both rich and poor, both free and slave, to be marked on the right hand or the forehead, so that no one can buy or sell unless he has the mark, that is, the name of the beast or the number of its name. This is the mark of the beast. To understand its nature, we have to understand the specific Greek word used, KHA-ragma. It's where we get our word character. In the ancient Greco-Roman world, a KHA-ragma was an official stamp, an imprint, a seal of bureaucracy. Today, that plays out on every dollar bill. Place the correct official markings upon a piece of paper and it becomes currency. This is the KHA-ragma in a modern form, the bureaucratic imprint that conjures counterfeit value from nothing and dictates who may transact and who may not. There's a moment in the Gospels where Jesus quietly refers to the money system of Rome. He's handed a coin and asked whether taxes should be paid to Caesar. In response, he refers to the emperor's image and inscription and says, "Render unto Caesar what is Caesar's, and unto God what is God's." The coin bears Caesar's image, but the human being bears another image. Genesis says that humankind is created in the image of God. So Jesus is drawing a boundary. You may handle Caesar's currency, you may move within the machinery of the world, but your soul does not belong to Caesar. The KHA-ragma, placed on the forehead and the right hand, is not pointing us toward implanted microchips or biometric tattoos. That kind of literalism forces the symbol into too narrow a framework. Rather, it is symbolic language describing how the beast system secures its control. In biblical language, the right hand signifies the public transaction, the exchange of goods and services for currency, the handshake, the signature on a contract. The forehead signifies thought, allegiance, indoctrination, internal consent. The mark carries a number, and the scripture provides the key to decipher it. Let the one who has understanding calculate the number of the beast, for it is the number of a man, and his number is 666. The key is something called gematria, the ancient practice where letters hold numerical values. When the Greek title for Nero Caesar is transliterated into Hebrew letters, their sum is 666. Notably, some of the oldest manuscripts record the number as 616, which corresponds to the Latin spelling of Nero Caesar. Two numbers from two spellings from two languages pointing to the same man. So, why Nero? First, during the earliest days of Christianity, it would have been Nero's image on their coinage. More importantly, Nero's reign marks the moment the empire first defined itself against those who bore a rival seal. He was the first to single out Christians as a distinct people for refusing to ultimately pay allegiance to Caesar. They carried the seal of God, a loyalty the state could not command. Revelation encodes his name as 666 or 616, not merely to identify a man, but to reveal the spiritual signature of an unholy system that has haunted the ages. The beast wants your soul. It wants your worship and allegiance, but it will settle for your compliance. It will settle for a world where you carry its stamp, play by its rules, and keep your head down. Most people have passively internalized their enslavement to the beast system, but when you're born into it, it's kind of hard to see it for what it is. You're swimming in its waters. But not everyone is blind to its reality, and some try to resist. For them, new strategies are being developed. Debanking is the new practice of excluding individuals from the financial system for expressing views that lack official sanction. Programmable digital currencies could restrict what we buy. Kill switches in vehicles and smart devices could cut off our access. Social credit systems could score our levels of compliance to grant or deny opportunities. This is the KHA-ragma digitized. Against this stands the alternative, the servants of the living God, sealed on their foreheads with his name and his knowledge. That seal comes through the spiritual education of the high priest. It makes no claim on your transactions. It makes no demand about what you carry in your hand. It only signifies what you carry in your heart. It is not imposed by coercion, but is gifted through God's covenant with creation. We may transact in the beast's currency, but when we come under the covenant, when we avail ourselves to the education of the high priest, we return to the one whose image we truly bear. The beast builds its towers. It stamps its image on every coin and every contract. It demands the mark in thought and deed. It seems, for a time, that its control is absolute, that the machinery of empire will grind on forever. But the machinery is already breaking down. The poet Yeats saw it coming. Things fall apart, the center cannot hold. He wrote it as a dirge, but for those with eyes to see, it's a promise. The center cannot hold because it lacks the reality of the covenant. Its kingdom is built on a lie, and a lie has no substance. It eventually crumbles from within. The beast's mark is a counterfeit seal, and it forces the ultimate inescapable choice. The entire metaphysical conflict of Revelation collapses into a single question. What is the object of your ultimate worship? Will you wear the seal of God and take part in the work of building his kingdom on earth? Or will you bear only the mark of the beast and bow to its countless idols? Are you among the 144,000 who will put in the effort to receive the education of the high priest? Or will you remain asleep in the dust of the earth. If you're ready to awaken to his call, visit schooloftheland.com and receive the education of a lifetime.